Hi, this is Magda. Welcome to Mendel 2. We have all the electricity for water and heating, the wall insulation, some of the ceiling insulation, a fan, and a lot of skeletons for all the furniture. If you are new to van life or you're interested in that lifestyle, then you should definitely stay tuned because you're gonna get a lot of beautiful impressions. We're gonna be at the cabin, but also in Helsinki, which is here at this beautiful island of Lauttasaari. But let's get started. So yes, I cannot believe it. I was working and I came out and suddenly Ollie did the whole ribcage. I think you did this in 1 hour maybe?
Well, it had the groundwork had been done, the horizontal beams, the spacers for the inside joists.
Really awesome. Oh, and I need to point out our insulation efforts. We have those small panels underneath and then we have big panels on top. 4 centimeters right now.
4 centimeters, yep. And then we're gonna put this Vinsulette on top of everything. So
yes, it's gonna be
very cozy.
Cool. And today is
Summer solstice.
summer solstice.
Midsummer.
Midsummer night. And we are celebrating by working on the van.
Perfect timing.
So today was the longest day of the year. Endless sunshine. In Finland, this is a big holiday. No work today. Well, we celebrated by stuffing ourselves with microwave food and a little dessert with delicious Finnish berries. For the evening, another Finnish specialty is waiting for us. But for now, back to van work. Things have happened while I was working.
So on these horizontal beams, these are 2 meters long. So that would be the length of the U-bed.
Wow, we're gonna have a long bed. The last time we're gonna see this back view. Well, it's a sacrifice, but therefore we'll have everything safe, like our kite equipment and everything. Right?
And our horses.
Our horses? Oh yes, I like what I'm hearing. Our horses, of course. I think we can fit us.
You can fit a couple horses back here.
No, I think it's the different way. We can fit us here.
And the horses here. Yeah.
And the horses here. So it's gonna be very important since we do water sports. We want to have a waterproofed section which holds all the stuff that gets wet regularly, so it can get dry in a space that's not our living space. After my workday was over, our plan was to take the rest of the day off and enjoy summer and the sunshine. So I started having fun on the sub and tried out some yoga poses. But when I returned, Ollie was still in full work mode. Oh God, while I was doing yoga, Ollie made already this perfect bench skeleton. But we said we would do a holiday today. No, I'm gonna do some stuff too. There he is. Yes.
Ready to sit down?
But then we wrapped things up and went for a hike in a nearby national park. We walked along a lake, crossed a small canyon, and made our way through a swamp on a wooden boardwalk. The weather couldn't have been any better. We even passed a public yurt sauna, which brings us back to the Finnish specialty that was still waiting for us at home. Yes, I'm heating up the sauna now because that's our only shower. And right today is super chill. Time to fill up the warm water tank. This time I got really lucky. 3 times were enough. Now maybe I can take off this. Maybe. Now it's up to, I think, 40 degrees. It's gonna be 80. The summer days flew by and we were working. Ollie got more and more skeletons done for the furniture. What are you doing?
Sleeping. I'm the Dracula.
Ollie cut boards and beams, fit them into the curved walls of our moose, and drilled and hammered. And I converted the inside of the moose into a big, puffy, thinsulate cloud. The breaks to enjoy the summer were short but wonderful. Here you can see us rowing out into the lake in a small fishing boat. The sun seems about to set. Slave, more this way, please. This little island we called Gaviota Island, an island full of extremely loud seagulls.
Look at that one. So
oh god, it's so cute. Their babies just had hatched and they had a hard time running away, slipping on the wet stones and sliding into the water. The sunset went on forever. We had headed out when it was about to set, and when we were back home, it still had not made its way all down. Crazy to think that right now it's 11 o'clock at night. Eventually it was time to return to Helsinki, the city where little cute robots can deliver your groceries from the supermarket. I went to organize some stuff in my hometown Berlin, and when I came back, Ollie had made real progress with the electrics. The batteries were in and could already be charged by driving. There were switches and control panels and cables and lights. Yes! The heating system was almost done. Hot water pumps and heaters everywhere.
it lets the pump relax once in a while, and then it's also less noise because it's not continuously running.
We continued working on the van, sometimes on the parking lot in front of a construction store, where we also had our first lunch in the van, while building, of course. And other times just on the street, and soon the days began to blur together. The early excitement had faded, replaced by the steady rhythm of the work. Each day felt the same. Work for the day job, work on the van, sometimes a cold swim at this beautiful stone beach, sleep, then repeat. You don't really notice it at first, but after a while you find yourself just focusing on the next little step, the next task in front of you. We're in the city, so we cannot make so much noise. Of course we can, but why do we actually use the Japanese saw?
Because we don't have a miter saw.
So we use the Japanese saw because we don't have a miter saw, whatever that means. And somehow, without realizing it, the days melt into weeks, then months. A whole summer passes in the haze of endless tasks, and it feels like spring was only yesterday. But you keep going, you pull through, one step at a time, knowing that eventually something wonderful will come out of it. Dropping stuff.
Always. So the only one that I want is this one.
Okay, and this is empty.
It's the only one that's empty.
But on this day, the excitement was back. I need a sip. It's going to happen. Ollie is going to cut a hole into the ceiling for the ventilation.
There's already a small hole. We're just gonna make it bigger.
Let me see it. Yes, it was just punched in. Oh God. Maybe. Yes, here we see it already. I cannot believe it, but I'm even participating in it. So now I'm gonna get these adapter brackets. Those are 3D printed, not by us. So we can put them to the roof to put the hole in. Here we go. I'm handing them over. And the marker and the tape measure and handing the drill.
Paparazzi has arrived.
Yes. Aren't you a little nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Doesn't look like it. I'm standing on a ladder on the tail lifter. I guess you're already poking through the beautiful moose.
Probably 4 holes by now. But it's all going to be better because all the holes are going to be converted into one hole.
So those are actually super cool. They are adapters, so they fit into the valleys of the roof. So it's proofed for leakage and water coming through. Everything is cut and now you have to take out the thing.
I'm gonna now lay down all of the sealant all along the beads, and then I'm going to bolt the
thing on top. So and meanwhile I'm actually cutting out for one of our couches so we can go camp on a trip. It's gonna be exciting. Yes, our first van trip was coming up. On the weekend we were planning on going to Hanko, a kitesurfing hotspot. But only if I got the cushions done in time. How long haven't you been kitesurfing now?
I was once, yeah, in Lauttasaari. Been
Yeah.
busy building this thing.
Well, that's also exciting, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't sound so convincing.
Well, it's a lot of work.
Yep, a lot of work. How good that the workshop prepared for a party tonight and suddenly music kicked in and cheered things up again.
Das Musiker ist sehr gut.
Yes, it's true. And now it's happening. It looks quite big. Nice. The fan is done. And this beer, almost. Ah, you also have your last drop. Cool. So here, the fan is. The only thing left was connecting the cables and then it would work. Or would it? Let's see what will happen. Maybe in a second, this beautiful fan will already spin. That would be kind of cool.
If it doesn't, I'm gonna be really upset.
Okay. I don't want an upset Ollie. Well, it did not work. We went home and had some cheese burritos. Some chip in the fan was broken. However, the motor still works, so we can run it on full speed for now. Luckily, also Helsinki had some wonderful things to offer. We saw a deer mom with 2 kids grazing next to the sidewalk on the beach. We got to go swim quite a lot at this amazing beach. We also here enjoyed wonderful sunsets. And just before our upcoming first van trip, we got invited to a super spontaneous boat ride with friends, who I only know from Spain. And the Captain Mille.
Oh, that's beautiful! Look at the black one.
God. We visited one of the many islands and then headed back to anchor in a harbor that would get us next to the stage of a big concert. At the moment, ex-Spice Girl Mel C is giving a concert and people are listening close by. Oh my God! Extraterrestrial life! But enough for now. In the next episode, you will find out if I managed to learn sewing to finish the cushions in time for our trip to Hanko. We will install the solar panels. Ollie will work in a fancy workshop, get things painted and basically finishing up the whole build. So yes, if you want to see more of this content, if you like the nature, if you like van life, if you like the van building and you want to get inspired to start your own journey, consider following us, give us a like because it really helps us to create more of this content. And see you on the road.